This trend that Steph and I were just talking about,
Right.
Premium cable dominated HBO Showtime last night.
Yeah, I mean, I think your views on girl power are really valid. But on top of that, though, to me, the most important thing we saw, and it's like a huge sea change, I think, in the ecosystem of pay TV, is that the focus was on television shows from pay TV, and think about how Showtime is now being anchored. There's not really a major studio aligned on the movie side for output for Showtime. It's really a pay TV premium channel that's incredibly successful, being driven by shows like House of Lies, shows like Homeland. And I think that tells you that the movie business is being marginalized a little bit in pay TV, and CBS wins in that battle.
CBS? Why CBS?
Well, first of all, because they're not aligned with any major studio. So in the long run, I think there's not much to lose from pay TV output. And second of all, they've been really ahead of the game in this, in that they structured Showtime such that they're paying less for movies, they're spending a little more for premium TV, and it's very cost effective and very successful.
So if I'm a premium TV executive today, am I focused on putting more money into my premium shows or developing my next shows, or am I focused on who are the big movie winners last night and how do I get them on my channel first?
Well, there's going to be a balance, but ultimately, I think if you're playing the long game, I think you're really thinking about how to come up with non-commoditized, original programming. You know, you could turn on the TV and see movies on almost any channel.
They're original.
Homeland.
They're not available anywhere else, right? So I think those are the things that ultimately are going to drive pay TV subscription. Movies are becoming more commoditized. They're valuable. They're an important part of the ecosystem. But if you're playing the long game, it feels to me like they're being commoditized.
You like CBS, you like some of these other
it's our top
media
pick.
stocks. These stocks have already had a fantastic run in 2012, outperforming the S&P 500. More juice
Continue to
like
do
that?
it again. The key fundamentals are very visible, contractually driven affiliate fees and retransmit, the kind of stuff that is contractual and not based upon the macro. They're buying back tons of stock. Content monetization dollars are exploding. You could sell content all over the place, internationally, on the web, traditional syndication. Continued fantastic fundamentals in this sector.
So the fact that you can buy content anywhere, if you're one of these studio or network execs, are you just raking through YouTube and all these smaller outlets to find the next Girls, to find the next Homeland?
Well, no, well, we haven't really seen that happen so far. I think the reality is that YouTube is really good at what it does, which is coming up with, let's call it, less than premium content. And places like HBO and Showtime are really good at what they do, coming up with premium content. The middle is, I think you're going to see more of it coming from Netflix original, more of it coming from Amazon. Arrested Development is coming back. House of Cards.
The question is,
Netflix.
can they keep up with the quality that's being turned out of HBO and Showtime?
I don't think those guys.
All right, well then, on the quality subject, do you need to have a premium channel to deliver the kind of programming people want to see? Look how much NBC dumped into Smash, and they were nominated, but I didn't see them anywhere, basically. So is NBC a loser and HBO a winner?
Is the question, though, but the question is, does the fact that Smash won or lost or didn't get nominated really impact viewership at the network? I think it matters where you're being on a subscription model, and that's more about pay TV than the network.
Well, that brings up a good point, and that is just because you get an Oscar, just because you get a Golden Globe, doesn't translate into box office revenue or TV viewership.
That's correct. Although for the premium TV a la carte products, people are going to go out and they're going to buy what they didn't have. I think it will make a difference, more of a difference for a Showtime or an HBO than it does for an NBC or an ABC or CBS or Fox.
All right, we know how you're feeling on CBS. Disney and Lionsgate, what's your take?
Well, I think this is a really important year for Lionsgate. Lionsgate has proven that, you know, with the Summit stuff, with the franchise from Hunger Games, they've got a really nice pipeline. They've got 2 movies in the offing, Divergent and Ender's Game, and if those movies turn out to be reasonable successes, there's another huge leg up. I think for Disney right now, you know, a little bit more macro-sensitive name. We like the name long-term, less controversial. Lionsgate's probably more of a controversial name.